Hello and welcome back to another SVP tutorial. Today we go behind the scenes a bit and look at the different kinds of poi and silks that I use. Most of my poi are the same with a few small differences between them. These are nylon poi purchased from Amazon. They are very common and popular because they are relatively cheap and easy to use. They have a double finger loop, which is very common for poi handles, and these are very comfortable to use. Next are my homemade poi, made from materials at my local hardware store. These are my absolute favorite because of the weight. They are heavy enough to be attached to any size silk. They also have a single finger loop, which is also my favorite because this handle is pretty versatile. I like to loop them around my first two fingers for ease of spinning and more control, and this takes some of the pressure and strain off of my wrists while I'm working. These are pod poi purchased from Flow Toys. They are also very common and popular to use because you can switch from daytime flow to nighttime flow very easily. I prefer not to use these with silk because they don't have a double swivel on the cord or the handle. These have knob handles that are very comfortable, and they can be held in a few different ways based on your flow style or your comfort. Next are the scarf poi purchased from the spinsters. These scarf or angel poi are very common and can be bought from several different places online. They are perfect for beginners or kids since they are so soft and very light, and they also have a double finger loop. When I get new poi, the first thing that I do is measure the length to my outstretched arm. So ideally, the poi head stops at your shoulder or your armpit. These scarf poi are wonderful little things. They don't tangle very easy, and they are great to practice with. These are considered a small size for silk because they are so short. For this video, I actually wrapped up a section of the tail to show the small length going from hand to shoulder. In truth, these poi are actually much longer. Next are my Peachy Keen silks from Flow Silk UK. These are considered medium length because there are much more tech moves that you can do with these without getting the silks tangled. Medium-sized silks go from one outstretched hand to the opposite shoulder. These are rainbow silks purchased from Amazon. This length is the most common for Silk Veil Poi, so they can be called standard size, but because of the length, I consider them to be a large size. Large size will go from one hand to the other, covering your entire wingspan. Next are the electric daisies purchased from Lunarwear. These are vibrant and gorgeous, but massive. Because they are so long, I consider these to be extra large size. Extra large silks will go past your hands or be longer than your full wingspan. My trick for working with extra large is to add the butterfly knot, which will bring the length down to your full wingspan. The butterfly knot helps with the weight and drag of large or extra large silks, and it also helps the silks open up during your flow. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and check out my next video to learn more about the butterfly knot. Finally, we will look at some of the common problems that can happen when working with silks. Here we can see the silk is wrapped around my hand. To fix this, I will drop that hand down and change planes to get it unwrapped. Now the silk has wrapped around my arm. For this, I will turn and change the direction of that hand to unwrap. You can do the same when the silk is wrapped around your body. Change the direction of that hand to unwrap. When the silk is wrapped around the head of the poi, you can drop that poi down or do a downstall, then pull up and change direction. When the silks get caught or snagged on the cord, stall that poi either down or out and then change direction. When the silks are tangled with each other, you can do a swing and a bounce from side to side to free them. When you have a serious tangle, it is best to stop and fix so that the silks do not get damaged. When trying or practicing new moves, be careful. I recommend that you remove your silks while you practice things to avoid tangles or damage.